What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. It has been an absolutely insane week for casting over at Marvel Studios. Kicked off last weekend by a leaked audition tape for WandaVision, followed by Christian Bale in talks at Dark Knight star, possibly joining Thor: Love and Thunder as Beta Ray Bill, and now a double report yesterday, a casting for the Loki Vision series for both Loki and another antagonist at that, followed by an anonymous rumor that we're going to get an imminent announcement confirming Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel castings. We're going to break down all of these reports, why this is coming all of a sudden this week, why this makes sense, and if there's any validity to any of them. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which will be at 600,000 subscribers, as well as announcing the winner for the 550,000 subscriber mark at the end of this video. If you want to be entered to win either of the PlayStations or the limited edition Infinity Saga box set, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there, as well as announce the winner for the 550,000 subscriber count PlayStation 4 Pro. Now, as I mentioned moments ago, and as I'm sure most of you saw this past weekend, a leaked audition tape for Wiccan and Speed, presumably Wanda Maximoff's children, in the upcoming WandaVision television show, followed by a ton of casting rumors and reports this week. That's because everybody's back at work for the new year. Just like the rest of us, they went back to work on Monday over at the Marvel casting studios and have started up the long and arduous task of casting all these roles for the upcoming productions, many of which are set to start filming in the next 12 months. That's why we're heavily in the casting phase now. Now, the next report that came out after this leaked audition tape, and of course the report of Christian Bale joining Thor: Love and Thunder, was this newest report regarding the Loki television show, a casting call that all but confirms 3 separate leaks we've reported on here at the channel in the last month. It calls for 2 children, the first of which male, 10 years old, British, open ethnicity, smart and brave with a sharp wit and life experience beyond his years, recurring. The second of which female, 10 years old, British, Caucasian. In tears over a frightening situation, she relies on her intelligence and resilience to find a way out. Now, it doesn't take a sharp wit, as this casting call is looking for, to figure out that that first one is indeed the child version of Loki that we've been reporting on here for the better part of the last month, that they would be, at least temporarily, recasting the same version of the character, the Tom Hiddleston Loki that we know, but that along his shape-shifting shenanigans, he's going to get stuck in boy form, and that going forward into Thor: Love and Thunder, and he'll remain in this kid form, possibly to make good on some of the kid Loki storylines in the MCU, but also to free up Tom Hiddleston so that he doesn't have to reprise this role, at least not the whole time, for the next 10 years, and that if ever there's a time for him to come back, then they can simply retcon that with a shapeshift. Either way, the second casting call calls for a 10-year-old girl, and if you read a little bit into this, it seems to confirm the involvement of Enchantress, or at least the kid version of her, which together confirms the third leak that this TV show will not only lead directly into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but also the following Thor: Love and Thunder that's set to be released the same year. And if the dots aren't as clear for you to connect as it is going to be for some of the others, it's easy to guess this to be Enchantress, as she's always depicted as sort of the same cunning and deception as Loki, would have been in Asgard around the same time, even has the same telltale colors in green with a headdress, as well as we know the storyline from the Mighty Thor that's coming up. Enchantress wants to be with Thor and thusly becomes an adversary of Lady Thor, Jane Foster, and it makes sense if she's going to pop up in Thor: Love and Thunder later that year that we would get to see the kid version, or really any version of this character, in a property like the Loki series TV show beforehand. And this is making good on what Kevin Feige said about, if you want to be up to date and know every detail, you're going to have to watch the television shows. And as if that wasn't enough evidence to prove this was the actual casting call for the child version of Enchantress during the Loki television series, breaking while I'm doing this video, having to annotate this section in post-production, Jodi Comer is now being rumored to be in talks to play the adult version of Enchantress in Thor: Love and Thunder, adding yet another layer of verification to the crazy week of reports and rumors about castings over at the MCU. Now, this rumor was actually posted to the most anonymous of sources, the 4chan message boards, which incidentally leads us directly to our new report today, and the last piece of news we got during this crazy week of castings that implicates a huge announcement coming this Friday in just 48 hours at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, there's no reason why Marvel Studios would want to announce huge castings on that date in particular, and they actually don't have a forum to do so. Usually they make huge casting announcements when they're live at fan events like the most recent CCX CCXP or San Diego Comic-Con, and one would expect for huge title roles like She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and of course Moon Knight that they would wait to do so at the next one of those events, possibly San Diego Comic-Con in the summer of 2020, but that didn't stop this anonymous post from saying that Max Thieriot is the new Moon Knight, will be announced Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time alongside the castings for Kamala Khan, that's Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk, and that's on the heel rumors of Kamala Khan already having been cast, along with all of the casting reports that we've gotten in this week, which really do give you pause. But as is the case with every 4chan post, as I always say here at the channel, you've got to take them with a grain of salt, regardless of how right any of them have been in the past. Anybody can literally post anything, so let's look at this critically. We've been reporting on Kamala Khan Miss Marvel's casting for the better part of like 3 or 4 months here at the channel, so if it comes out that she's already cast, that wouldn't be surprising at all. But in the case of Moon Knight, we've heard far bigger names, actual movie stars, not just television stars like Max Thieriot, connected to this role, and it doesn't mean that Marvel hasn't decided to go with someone maybe a little more off the beaten path. As we've seen with other characters like Shang-Chi, they will cast an absolute no-name for a role. Sometimes it really works, and this could be the case in Moon Knight, but other huge names like Daniel Radcliffe have been connected to this role, so it would be a huge shock to say the least if they decided to go in that direction. A huge shock is if they decided to announce all of these official castings completely out of the blue on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's where we have to use our critical thinking here. The Black Widow second trailer, the exclusive look, is set to release 72 hours later on Monday, and Marvel Studios has always made a wonderful point to make sure not to overshadow any of their current projects with any of the future projects, knowing how big the hype is for things like that. They want Black Widow to get as much shine as possible and as much bang for the buck on their marketing. I doubt that they would undercut themselves by making huge casting announcements on Friday, and I may be wrong, but it's just not been a precedent they've set to do so anywhere else but like San Diego Comic-Con, CCXP, or even their own D23. So sadly, when it comes to all of these castings, and unless they're reported from a very reputable source like Deadline, you're going to have to wait for an official announcement probably this summer at earliest to find out any of these characters. And in a case that a character is a major spoiler, you can bet that Marvel will continue to go out of their way to sort of keep that under wraps and not let you know who's playing who, like they did with Spider-Man Far From Home, and didn't want you to know whether Mysterio was a villain or not. They're going to continue to do these sorts of things. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about everything we reported here today. A, the fact that Loki may indeed shapeshift into a kid, get stuck that way, and turn into Kid Loki for the majority of the MCU. As I said when I covered that a couple weeks ago, don't panic just yet. We're going to get plenty more adult Loki in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and not only plenty more adult Loki, he'll probably return at some point too. He won't be stuck as a kid forever, freeing up Tom Hiddleston to play other roles and not have to reprise this certain role for the next decade, as well as the report of Enchantress, which is pretty much a given at this point, and all of this new stuff about maybe even this no-name actor, well, not relatively no-name, he's definitely a mainstream TV actor, and Max Thieriot becoming Moon Knight, as well as Marvel just announcing out of nowhere these official castings. You've got to agree with me, that would be a little bit odd, especially with Black Widow right around the corner. But let me know in the comments. I'm all ears, and quickly let's get into the giveaway stuff and announce that next PlayStation 4 Pro winner. So guys, undoubtedly traffic here at the channel, as we've grown exponentially, has started to really pick up, and we've decided to double down on the number of prizes we're giving away as that traffic picks up. So we just gave away a limited edition Infinity Saga box set valued at over $1,000 on New Year's Eve. Now here we are less than 2 weeks later giving away another PlayStation 4 Pro, and we're just going to continue to do so and add prizes to the pool all the way up to 1 million hopefully this year. So all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video. That automatically enters you to win all of the prizes we give away in the future at the channel. And because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. Now without much further ado, the winner of the PlayStation 4 Pro for the 550,000 subscriber mark is Joseph Monez. For this comment here, can't wait to see the Fantastic Four done right. Please DM me on Instagram at IamFires or email me at my business email, everythingalwaysyt@gmail.com. I'll get your information and get that PlayStation 4 right out to you guys, and it's as simple as that. We've had 2 winners in the last 10 days alone. We've given out so many PlayStation 4s at this channel over the last year and a half, I can't even count, and we're going to continue to give them away, as well as this limited edition Infinity Saga box set. We still have one one more copy to give away of this as well. If you want to be entered to win any of the prizes, all the same rules apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners are announced at the end of videos like this, and the titles of those videos will always reflect it. If you've missed any of the past winners, all you have to do is scroll back through the channel and look for it in the titles. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always. Guys, thanks for checking out the channel and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.